Good morning, amigos. Dr. Doug here, and his coffee mocha with stevia. Gosh, that's good, huh? Well, I found an article this morning that I want to talk about. It's about strokes, also called cerebral vascular accident. A stroke happens when there's bleeding in the brain. Now, we don't want bleeding in the brain because then some of those brain cells don't get their oxygen and they die. Or at least they go to sleep. And then we have difficulty, well, paralysis is usually the result. Enhanced rehab for stroke doubles movement recovery. They have a regular rehab, but they're also, what did it say? They're stimulating the vagus nerve. Yeah. See, stroke is too common and too debilitating for us to tolerate the status quo, Professor Wigginton said. This is from University of Texas at Dallas. Well, they don't know, because they don't care, I guess, that scalp acupuncture very soon after a stroke yields wondrous results. It's because it stimulates the brain cells and the brain to heal itself. But it has to be done almost immediately, like within a day of a stroke. There's a whole map of the head. My head has been mapped up. Every part of the body has been mapped out in Chinese medicine. And you put the needles in horizontally along certain lines that do certain things that affect different parts of the brain. Let me explain what a stroke is in Chinese medicine. It's really easy to understand. There's two kinds. First, there's excess yin, excess material. It breaks off. This is from people who are overweight. It breaks off somehow. This is chronic overweight. It breaks off. A little piece of material breaks off, gets into the bloodstream, travels up into the brain where it gets clogged in a little capillary up there. And it gets clogged and it blocks the blood flow. And the blood keeps going, of course, so it breaks out of the blood vessel and bleeds. And downstream, those brain cells suffer. The other cause is excess heat, toxic heat rising up. This is from excess worrying and excess hurrying, which creates too much friction, too much heat. These are people typically who get angry easily, irritable, don't get enough sleep. So that heat rises up into the brain, gets into the capillary, and as we know, heat expands. So it expands and it bursts a little blood vessel in the brain, hence bleeding, and downstream cellular suffocation. That's how we explain that in Chinese medicine. You see how Chinese medicine makes connections, and when you make connections, you understand causes. Excess heat, excess yang, and excess material, excess yin. Not surprising in the land of excess that 800,000 Americans suffer strokes each year. Not a happy figure. Well, that's all I have for you today, amigos. Enjoy your day. Nos vemos mañana. Welcome, amigos. Dr. Doug here. Please subscribe to my show. And be sure to share it with your friends. Also, please click that little bell so that you will be notified every time I post a new episode.